A bunch of teenagers hanging out on a Saturday, probably wasting the day talking about music or reality TV shows or the exhaust extraction procurement process. Let's try over here and find out where the big party is this weekend.
What people now have a problem getting to work in the morning because main roads with bigger populations aren't getting plowed. But this tiny subdivision that isn't a priority for a reason wants to be plowed.
Okay, it's pretty clear these are not your stereotypical teenagers, and this is not your average teenage gathering. It's the city's first ever youth summit, sponsored and organized by the Rochester Hills Government Youth Council. They've been around and involved with the city for a few years now, but this is the first event they can truly call their own.
We've never done a conference like this. We've done many fundraisers and charities, and we've worked for the Mayor's Day of the City Dress. We've worked for the state, the Festival of the Hills, but we've never ever done something on our own that kind of stands alone. Many of the students are from the high schools and the middle schools in Rochester Hills. There's a lot of Rochester High kids, a lot of Adams kids, a few Stony Creek. A lot of them are student council members and leadership club members. And a lot of the students are just teenagers that were interested. We went to our friends and said, hey, we got a conference going for you. Would you like to come?
This event is all about getting young people interested in local government. That's the easiest place to make a real difference, and these teens know it. Although everyone is having a great time, they are all taking it seriously and taking advantage of this opportunity.
I'm using this opportunity to help me not only enhance my leadership skills, to learn about what problems the city has, but also how like the mayor and the state representatives, to hear kind of their story of where they came from and how they've come to the point to where they've come to.
It's interesting how we haven't been really involved in anything in our city, and we have like the ability to be able to. So that's like a really cool thing that we just learned today, especially. And yeah, now we have the chance, we know of the chance that we can get involved, and we can make a difference at a young age. And I think that's like, as our speakers were saying today, like getting involved now is going to help the future so much.
The key to the Youth Council's success lies in its ability to make local government cool. How often do you hear those three words used together? And accessible to young people. Since its inception, Mayor Barnett has been an avid supporter of the Youth Council. Some say that Mayor Barnett's affinity for the Youth Council even rivals his well-documented love of country music.
If these students get involved and they tell some of their friends, you know, that it wasn't a boring lecture, it wasn't about, you know, get your notebook out and, sorry, country guy. You know, this is starting something. Hopefully that will just snowball. Now, these students registered, I think, about over 400 or 500 students over the last 2 years to register to vote. That's a youth movement. That's the beginning of a revolution to get people involved in local government and to get them to vote. I think you're going to see the results of this and the impact of this felt for a long, long time.
Besides serving on regular city council committees, youth councilors meet regularly as a group and also attend conferences both in and out of state. Today's event allowed interaction with local politicians and insiders like Copper Rizzo, who was instrumental in Mike Bishop's campaign for state senate. Two lucky, albeit unsuspecting, attendees even got a first-hand look at one of the lesser-known mayoral duties.
That's pretty cool, is I get to perform weddings. Elisa and Elijah. I require and charge you both. You have to look a little more excited. This is a big moment for you. I promise to love.
I promise to love,
Cherish.
cherish,
And honor you.
and honor you
All the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Oh, what is white?
I promise to love.
I promise to love,
Cherish.
cherish.
Can you do this whole thing without looking in her eyes?
Immediately following that, the students went off to prepare presentations for the mock council session. I've never seen a man so happy to adjourn to a discussion of solid waste. With the help of a staff moderator, the teens tried to come up with solutions to various real-world challenges facing the city today.
So are you going to present that one when you talk about multiple holidays? When you start it, or is he starting it? Yeah, and I'll just to put it down and.
What else you guys want to do is talk about our past experiences with other companies like temp services
Yeah, I had
and stuff.
temperature services over 200,000 in. It wasn't good.
And the parts were melting. Yeah.
But that's the most expensive one, too.
Yeah.
Like now that we're getting more calls from senior housings, we're providing less services.
So that's just doing what deer do. So you have to understand how the deer think and what they're doing, and then don't encourage it.
For like the police, can they do that? Is that what we're doing right now? Like we're trying to increase the funds?
She's gonna get into that.
Oh, okay.
After some serious debate and compromise, it was time to let off a little steam. A DJ was spinning the latest dance music on his laptop. And even the mayor joined in, cutting the institutionally colored rug to some wholesome tunes popular with today's young people.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up.
After all, if you're going to lead the city into the future, you need to relate to the city's future leaders. After lunch, it was down to the auditorium to make their cases.
The reason we want to remove these stop signs is because there was no reason for them. According to the Michigan Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices,
Hello, I'm Megan Turcott. As a concerned parent and concerned citizen of Rochester Hills, I'm here today to plead with City Council to keep the multi-way stop signs within the Chichester subdivisions. Chichester is a family-oriented subdivision. The majority of the homes here are occupied by families with children. Children are constantly outside playing. As a concerned mom of 5, I'm only here to try and benefit the children. I know you as parents have shared this fear with me, and I hope you make the right decision.
a lot of the issues that were brought up are pretty good, but we still feel that the stop sign is unnecessary. First of all, the street is not a playground for little kids. You should be having responsibility over your children. You should be looking out for them. As a parent, it is your responsibility.
All in favor of keeping the stop signs, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? All opposed, say nay. Okay, thank you, ladies.
It was a busy event that covered a lot of ground. No problem for these young and energetic politicos. At the end of the day, only one question remained. Are forward-thinking students drawn to the Youth Council? Or does the Youth Council create forward-thinking students? Regardless of the answer, it's obvious that many of today's young people have a strong interest in working toward a better tomorrow. Our future is in good hands. For Rochester Hills Magazine, I'm Jason Dale.